You feel it right now, don't you? That whisper of doubt in the back of your mind, the feeling that something isn't right. It starts small, a shadow glimpsed from the corner of your eye, a chill when you enter your own bedroom, dreams that leave you gasping for air at 3 a.m., but it doesn't stay small. Soon your life begins to crack along invisible fault lines. Relationships crumble, opportunities vanish, your health deteriorates for no medical reason. And the worst part? No one believes you when you try to explain. They can't see what you're fighting against. They can't feel the invisible hooks sinking into your energy, draining your life force day by day. This isn't paranoia. This isn't bad luck. This is targeted. This is real. Someone is doing witchcraft on you. I know how crazy that sounds in today's world. We're taught to dismiss these ancient warnings as superstition, to laugh off the unexplainable, to medicate the feelings of dread that wake us in the night. But our ancestors knew better. Every culture across human history recognized these attacks for what they were. They had names for these energy manipulations, these psychic assaults, these spiritual weapons, and they knew how to fight back. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 unmistakable signs that someone has targeted you with witchcraft. Not the Hollywood version with bubbling cauldrons and pointy hats, but the real thing, the deliberate manipulation of energy and consciousness to harm you, block you, or control you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's happening to you. You'll recognize who's behind it. And most importantly, you'll know how to break free. Because I've been where you are. I've felt my reality twist and distort under these attacks. I've watched my life fall apart in ways that defied logical explanation. And I've helped hundreds of others recognize and escape these invisible traps. Let me be clear. This isn't about fear. This is about your freedom. Sign 1. Sudden pattern disruptions. Think about the last 3 months of your life. Did something strange happen? Not one random bad day, but a sudden shift. As if someone flipped a switch and your normally functioning life began to malfunction in specific areas. The job you were perfect for. Suddenly they went with someone else. At the last minute. Your rock-solid relationship. Now filled with fights that explode from nowhere over nothing. Your reliable good health. Now plagued with symptoms doctors can't explain or diagnose. Your finances. Bleeding out through unexpected emergencies and bizarre expenses. 1 disruption might be coincidence, 2 might be bad luck, but 3 or more major life areas suddenly breaking down at once. That's a pattern, and patterns have creators. When witchcraft targets you, it doesn't hit randomly. It strikes the areas that matter most to you, the things that form your identity, the foundations that give your life meaning and purpose. Here's what makes these pattern disruptions different from normal life challenges. First, the timing is too perfect. Problems emerge precisely when you're about to succeed or experience joy. Second, the intensity is disproportionate. Small issues cascade into catastrophes with unnatural speed. Third, solutions mysteriously fail. Every fix you attempt somehow makes things worse, trapping you in a quicksand of escalating problems. Maria, a client of mine, was 2 weeks away from opening her dream business when everything fell apart. Her loan was suddenly revoked. The building she'd leased flooded from a pipe that hadn't been touched in decades. 3 key employees quit on the same day for completely different reasons. It felt like fighting an invisible opponent, she told me. One that knew my every move before I made it. She was right. The jealous friend who'd pretended to support her business dreams had been weaving disruption spells for months, anchoring them to items in Maria's office, feeding them with her own bitter envy. How do you fight what you can't see? First, you have to see it. Start documenting these disruptions now. Note the date, the circumstance, who is present, and what was about to happen in your life. Patterns will emerge that your stressed mind has missed, and those patterns will point directly to their source. Sign 2. Energy. Drainage and unexplainable physical symptoms. Remember how you used to feel, the energy you had, the clarity of your thoughts, the strength in your body. Where did it go? This second sign strikes at your very life force. It manifests as a bone-deep exhaustion that sleep doesn't touch. a mental fog that no amount of coffee can cut through. Physical symptoms that appear and disappear mysteriously, migrating through your body like shadows. Medical tests come back normal. Maybe it's stress, doctors suggest with a shrug. But you know this isn't normal stress. This feels like something is feeding on your energy, drawing it out of you like a parasite, because that's exactly what's happening. Witchcraft that targets your energy creates specific symptoms, extreme fatigue that hits at specific times, often when you're about to engage in something meaningful or joyful. Sudden onset of anxiety or panic attacks in places or situations where you previously felt comfortable. Unexplainable pain that moves through different parts of your body. Sleep disturbances, especially waking between 2-4 a.m. with a feeling of dread or being watched. A heaviness in specific rooms of your home, as if the air itself is pressing against you. David, a successful architect, experienced this for months before connecting the dots. I'd wake up feeling relatively normal, he told me, but the moment I sat down at my drafting table, this crushing fatigue would hit me. My mind would fog over. Simple designs I'd done 1,000 times became impossible. His creative work, his passion and livelihood, was specifically being targeted. By whom? The colleague who always complimented his work, while secretly resenting his success. The same colleague who had thoughtfully gifted him a unique paperweight that sat on his drafting table. When energy drainage targets your physical body, conventional medicine often fails because it's looking in the wrong place. The cause isn't within you, it's being projected at you. To fight this, you must first strengthen your energetic boundaries. Imagine a shield of brilliant white light surrounding your entire body. See it as impenetrable, reflecting all negative energy back to its source. Do this visualization every morning and evening, and whenever you feel suddenly drained. But protection is just the first step. To truly break free, you need to identify and remove the source. Sign 3. Presence of strange objects or disturbances. Have you noticed something out of place in your home? Something you don't remember buying or receiving? Something that gives you an uneasy feeling whenever you look at it? Pay attention. That discomfort is your intuition screaming at you. In traditional witchcraft across cultures, practitioners use physical objects as anchors or conduits for their intentions. These items create an energetic bridge between the sender and the target, you. These objects might be small gifts given to you by someone you don't fully trust, unusual items that appeared in your home with no explanation, ordinary objects arranged in specific patterns, items containing your personal energetic signature, hair, nails, bodily fluids, or even photographs. Modern practitioners are clever. They won't leave obvious hex bags or voodoo dolls. Instead, you might find a houseplant that was just something to brighten your office, a piece of jewelry that made me think of you, a decorative item that would look perfect in your bedroom, a jar of homemade jam, or bag of herbs for better sleep. These objects serve as energetic terminals, points where negative intentions enter your space and life. They're strategically placed in locations where you spend significant time, by your bed, on your desk, near the front door, in your car. Jennifer found a small pouch tucked into her mattress while cleaning. It was filled with herbs, tiny bones, and what looked like hair, she told me. I had no idea how it got there, but I immediately remembered my ex-boyfriend's mother asking for a tour of my apartment months earlier. The most disturbing part, Jennifer had been experiencing nightmares and sleep paralysis since exactly that visit. If you find suspicious objects, do not handle them with bare hands. Use gloves or tongs to remove them, seal them in a container with salt, and dispose of them far from your home. But more importantly, perform a thorough cleansing of your space after removal. Negative energy can linger like a stain, continuing to affect you even after the object is gone. Sign 4. Relationship, chaos, and communication. Breakdowns. Have you watched in confusion as solid relationships suddenly turned toxic, as people who loved you became cold or hostile without explanation, as misunderstandings multiplied beyond all reason? This fourth sign targets our deepest human need, connection. Witchcraft that attacks relationships operates by creating energetic static in your communications and by planting false impressions in others' minds about you. The result is a special kind of hell where Friends suddenly become distant without being able to explain why. Romantic partners pick fights over issues that never bothered them before. Family members remember conversations with you that never happened. Your words are consistently misinterpreted in the worst possible way. You find yourself inexplicably excluded from social events and gatherings. The goal is isolation. Cut off from your support network, you become more vulnerable to other attacks. Your reality becomes easier to manipulate when there's no one to confirm your experiences or perceptions. Thomas watched in horror as his close-knit friend group turned against him one by one. "It started with small things," he said. "Messages I sent that people claimed they never received. Things I supposedly said that I had no memory of saying. Eventually, they stopped inviting me altogether." The culprit? A seemingly friendly new addition to the group who had targeted Thomas from day one, performing subtle rituals before social gatherings to create discord and confusion around him. This type of witchcraft is particularly devastating because it weaponizes trust. Each broken relationship reinforces your sense of isolation and self-doubt, making you question your own perception of reality. To counter this attack, maintain direct, face-to-face communication whenever possible. Digital messages are more easily intercepted and distorted energetically. Trust your memory of events and document important conversations. Most importantly, be transparent with those closest to you about what you're experiencing. The truth, spoken directly and with authenticity, cuts through energetic interference like a knife. Sign 5. Intuitive alarms and spiritual disturbances. Your body knows. Your spirit knows. Long before your rational mind can piece together what's happening, your deeper self is already sounding the alarm. This 5th sign is the most subtle yet potentially the most powerful, because it connects you to your own innate protection system. Pay attention to sudden inexplicable feelings of dread in specific places or around specific people. A sensation of being watched when you're alone. Recurring nightmares with similar themes of being attacked, chased, or trapped. Objects moving or technology malfunctioning in your presence. Unusual animal behavior around your home. Birds tapping at windows, insects gathering, pets refusing to enter certain rooms. Difficulty engaging in spiritual practices that previously came easily. These intuitive warnings are your energetic immune system, detecting an intrusion before visible symptoms appear. Sophia, a naturally intuitive person, began experiencing what she called static during her usual meditation practice. "It felt like trying to tune a radio that kept slipping between stations," she explained, "and I kept seeing a shadowy figure in my peripheral vision that vanished when I turned to look." She later discovered that a coworker who envied her recent promotion had been performing regular binding rituals specifically targeted at diminishing Sophia's natural gifts and blocking her spiritual connection. Your intuition is trying to protect you. But many of us have been conditioned to ignore these subtle signals, to rationalize them away as imagination or anxiety. Stop dismissing these warnings. Start listening. Keep a journal of intuitive hits and unusual occurrences. Note the time, place, and any people connected to the experience. Look for patterns. They will point you toward both the source of the attack and the solution. You've seen the signs. You've felt the truth in your bones. That hollow feeling in your stomach tells me exactly who's targeting you. Now what? Remember this. No witchcraft can override your sovereign will. These attacks thrive on your unawareness. By seeing them clearly, you've already broken their strongest hold. Here are 3 powerful steps to reclaim your life. 1. Cleanse your space. Remove any suspicious objects with gloved hands, then purify every corner. Sea salt dissolved in water on thresholds and corners. Burn sage or cedar if available. Declare aloud, "This space is mine. Only light and positive energy are welcome here." Your voice carries power. Use it. 2. Cut the cords. Visualize yourself surrounded by protective light. See the dark, energetic cords connecting you to your attacker. With an imagined blade of light, cut each one, saying, "I sever all negative connections. I reclaim my energy completely." Watch those cords wither and dissolve. Feel the immediate lightness of freedom. 3. Reclaim your power. The ultimate protection, thriving exactly where they wanted you to fail. Was your creativity targeted? Create daily. Your relationships poisoned? Love more deeply. Your success blocked? Push forward with greater determination. This is the truth. Awareness is your greatest shield. Most people move through life energetically blind, accepting bad luck without question. But not you. Not anymore. The person targeting you never expected you to see through their deception. They never thought you'd connect their presence with your sudden misfortunes. But you have. And in that recognition lies your freedom. No external force, physical or metaphysical, is stronger than your internal sovereignty when fully claimed. Stand in that truth. Feel it in your bones. You are not a victim. You are a conscious creator reclaiming your rightful authority. And nothing, no spell, no curse, no manipulation, can stand against that awakened power. Share your story below. Subscribe for advanced protection techniques in my next video. Until then, stay sovereign, stay aware, stay free.